Hello, lovely crafty people. I'm Debs. Welcome back to my channel, The Creative Book Shack. I did say on a Wednesday that I was going to use stuff I found in my craft room that I haven't used for ages. So this is partly that, but it's also my attempt at the second prompt for the hashtag FFF 2026, which has been organised by my wonderful friend Candy at Candy's Crafty Creations and Hazel, who is at, oh dear, I've forgotten her channel name. Here we go. It's Art with Hazel, but she calls it something else. Mixed media on a shoestring, but you can find it at Art with Hazel. Today's prompt is Tangles and Doodles. I'm going to show you some ones that I've done previously, and then I'm going to show you how easy they are. So I went through my papers, what I have made, drawer, and found these. I haven't done anything with them, and I don't know why. This is just doodling. This is not tangling, this is just doodling. And all I did with this one, we've got watercolour background. I've got some sparkly bits in there. I've watercoloured some splodges and some dots up there. They are interspersed with bits that were white, and then I've scribbled on them. So this one I filled in with gold, outlined it all with a black pen, and I've just randomly drawn on them whatever I fancied. I need to do something with this. Next up, this is a combination of doodling and Zentangle. Again, I have just put a background on there of watercolour, and it doesn't look like I've used any sort of colour combination whatsoever. This is a proper Zentangle, as is this, and these. This here, and pretty much all the rest is just doodling. Now, the next one is all Zentangle. And before you think, oh, I've used some sprays on this as a background, and then use micron pens over the top. Before you think, wow, that's really clever, she's brilliant, she's cheated. I have these. These are stencils created by Sandra Rushton from a company called Sandtangle. And if we look at this one for the hearts, you literally have a stencil that you can place on your page. I would go round them in pencil, and then you go over it in your micron pens, but you figure out which ones you want to go at the top and which ones you want. I mean, that one goes underneath this one there and then over that one. These are so simple. You would not believe how simple these are. I'm going to show you. Now, today, when I was looking for things to start this project, my first place was my scrap drawer. Having recently tidied it, the first port of call when I'm doing a project now has to be my scrap drawer to to see if there's anything I can use. And the second port of call is going to be the papers, the drawer with the papers that I've made in there, because I'm making them and I'm stuffing them in the drawer and then I'm not doing anything with them, like these. Right, so in my scrap drawer, I found this, and with this, I made this. It was single-sided, so I've gone over it with, just randomly, tea dye ink around the edges with Stormy Cloud and the Sage one, and then just put Get Tangled Up, because we're going to finish this in a minute. And then I've got a little, I drew this on a piece that I'd found from my scrap drawer. The leftover bit was this, so I thought I'd just make a little closure. I've just doodled around the edges and then stuck the whole lot down apart from this, which I've cut out to make the closure like that. Then in the box of things I'd already made, I found this, which apparently I've turned into a very small postcard. All I did on this one was outline in black those bits and doodled a tangle at the top. Now you will notice that I've smudged these a bit. This is because this paper is shiny, and so I forgot that the micron pens are going to take a little while to dry. This, less shiny. This, not shiny at all. I've just added that on there and that on there. This, not shiny at all. Just added those on. This, just a piece of brown paper. And this is watercolour paper. So I did all these very quickly, actually, this morning. I'm going to stuff these inside that, but we'll put them to one side at the moment. What I have here is these bits that I also found in my scrap drawer. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put that there. And then we're going to stuff them with those. But first, we need to tangle these, because everything in this little booklet is going to have a tangle on it. So I thought we'd do some really simple tangling, because it is really simple. I've got a couple of micron pens. This is a Tombow pen, number 15. They're black. I have a white gel pen. I have a very soft pencil for shading. This is, don't know why everything's upside down. This is a 4B. And then I have a metallic gold pen, just in case I want it. I also have this. This is called a tortillion, or a paper stump. Paper stump is a lot easier. That's upside down as well. They come in a variety of sizes. They are tightly rolled bits of paper that you use to create shadows. And you can actually use a pencil sharpener on them when they get too dirty, but that's fine. Okay, we are going to start with something very simple. I am going to use, I've got a 0.8. I don't want them too thin. I'm going to use this. I have drawn a line all the way around there. I am now going to draw dots, roughly in a line across here, like that. Doesn't matter if it's straight or not straight. Doesn't matter how far apart they're spaced. They're just dots. And I don't think you have to be remotely artistic just to draw a dot. So there we go, dots. Now I'm going to go from here and I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it to all of these. Again, not artistic. Then I'm going to go across the other way. So I'm going to go across there. I'm going to go across to there. I'm going to go across to there. I'm going to go across to there. I'm going to go across all of these dots with just a slightly arched oh, missed that one. And then that's it. Isn't that simple? You want to make it look slightly better. You take a pencil, like I say, a soft pencil, and I'm just going to draw a line in the pencil around the dots. I'm not worrying about these ones because I haven't put the dots there. I want this to look like a cushion. So I want dots on every, shading on every one of these dots. Quiet when I'm concentrating, isn't it? Do you know the thing about this is it's so mindful. You can just sit for hours and not think about anything but what you're doing. Now, this tortillon, you just use to smudge. Okay, and it smudges the pencil like that. But you do not need one of those because you can do it with your finger. And you can just give it a smudge like that. Oh, that one didn't work. Well, we give it a smudge it all up. And finally, what I want to do with this is I'm just going to go round the circle to make that look as though it is the deepest part of the cushion. You want to make it look like it's got a pin stuck in it. Right. I do not think you need any drawing skill whatsoever to create that. It's done. Simple. Right, this next one I'm going to use as a top spot, and I am going to take the number 8 micron pen, I'm going to start right at the edge here. Right, I've drawn a circle, then I want to go under the circle and draw another circle. I'm going to come under the circle, draw another circle, under the circle, finally under the circle. Okay? Simple. I am going to go put lines down here, just so it looks slightly shaded. Then I'm going to put lines down here. I want them one side of the circle, so I've chosen that side. Like that. I'm going to colour in above this so there's no white. Like that. Then I'm going to take this pencil and I'm going to colour in the circles very lightly and the edges, the left hand side. So the circles are on the right hand side of the line and the shading is on the left hand side of the line. Make it as dark as you want. Then I'm just going to squidge it with my finger or my tortillon just to get rid of the edges. Now tell me that doesn't look like a nicely scrolled paper. Easy, isn't it? Two more left. What should we do with these? I want one that way and I want one that way. Let's do some flowers. Let's do some botanical things. Now, I would usually use slightly narrower pen, but in order for you to see, I'm going to do this one. Now, can you draw a heart shape? Doesn't have to be brilliant, just has to be like that. Draw a heart shape. Draw another heart shape. Keep drawing heart shapes. Okay, I am actually going to get a thinner pen for this one, this bit. I'm going to get this, which is a 0.3. And here, I'm just going to put some lines. Okay, some lines like that. Then I'm going to take the thinner pen and I'm just going to draw some swirls in between the hearts, coming out of where the hearts join together. We have some swirls. In addition, I'm going to take, no, I might get a different one. Let's go for a 0.5. Let's have a look at this 0.5. And here, from the bottom, I am going to draw that. Just a bendy line. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a heart shape with a round base. I'm going to do a heart shape with a round base. Another stalk, another heart shape with a round base. We'll put a heart shape with a round base on there. And then I'm just going to go over this line like that. So it's a bit darker, and let's put some dots. Let's put some dots here like that. Now you can, if you want to, go into the bottom of your heart shapes and just give it a bit of shading. Done. I've got one more left. I've got this one left. And this is absolutely the simplest thing. I'm going to get, what have I got here? I've got the 0.8. I'm going to go up like that, and I'm going to draw a circle on the end, and then I'm going to join it so it looks like a heart, not a teardrop, and I'm going to colour it in. And I'm going to do another one, a smaller one, but with a bigger. I'm just going to colour that in like that. I'm going to do another one here. Just make it into a teardrop. I'm going to do another one here. And just make it into a teardrop. And I'm going to do one more there. And just make it into a teardrop. Now, on the opposite side to the teardrop, I am going to use a slightly smaller pen. I'm just going to draw circles. Just like that. And then I'm going to do all of them. My husband and my stepson appear to be having a loud discussion, probably about video games. If you can hear them, I'm very sorry. Right, go down all of these. Like that. And then I want to add a bit to this, so I'm going to put some stars on there. I'm going to draw a line. I'm not going to draw a circle in the middle because I might fill it in with gold. I'm going to draw 4 lines like that. And then in the diagonal, I'm going to do a short line and a couple of even shorter. 1, 2. Short line, 1, 2. This one, I'm going to put a circle in the middle. And then I think, what should we do with this one? Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then put a short line like that. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take the white pen and we will just put a little dot in the center of the circles on there. We will take the gold pen and we will put a gold bit in there and just some random dots 7. I don't like even numbers of things. Should we put some at the top? Let's put some at the top too. There we are. There we're done. And none of that, absolutely none of that, took any artistic talent whatsoever. So now we're going to glue them into this. I'm going to make just little tuck spots this side. Well, both sides, actually. So I'm going to take that. I am going to put that. Oh, let's have it slightly straight, shall we? I don't know why I can't do anything in a straight line. I'm going to take this one and I am going to speak a lot so I can try and drown out my husband and my stepson. So we'll go round there like that. And we'll take this one and we will put it, slightly more straight. Not even with that side, but slightly more straight. You know, you can't have everything, can you? I am going to take this and I am going to put it up there as another tuck spot. So I'm just going to glue either side like that. I don't know whether any of the things I selected are actually going to fit in these. Again, not straight, Raina. There we go. And this one, I'm going to use the glue on 3 sides. Like that. So I think you will agree that I have covered my using what I own, as everything came out of the scrap drawer or the stuff I've already made. Now let's see if any of these are going to fit anywhere. Oh, that one might fit in there. Random bit of thread on it. You're going to fit? Please fit. Oh, there we go. So that one can go in there. We'll have that one in there. I'll put that one in there because you can then see the tangled bit. And I shall put these, only just fits, and this into there. Then I shall tuck that back into there. Where's my journal? Here's a journal. Let's use the same one that we used yesterday. Where did we get to? Here. That was prompt 1. Let's then just, I'm going to glue the back of that with a glue stick. I'm going to go round the edges like that. I'm not going to do any prep or anything on that page. This isn't quite going to fit. It's slightly over, but it's not too much over that I'm going to be worried about it. So that can go in there. And no, that's too small. Let's use that one. On here, I am going to write hashtag FFF 2026 prompt 2. Tangles, Doodles. So, do you want to have a proper look? Should we do it just one last time? Little file folder. Tree from various tangles on the front. Closure there. It opens out to this. Every different element has got tangles on it, or doodles, or both. And I'm quite pleased with that. So there you go. That was prompt number 2, Tangles and Doodles, hashtag FFF2026. Thank you to Candy. Thank you to Hazel. Thank you for watching. I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.